says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one who loves me is the one who loving?
But Aretha Franklin's will was settled in court yesterday, Tuesday. A Michigan jury said that the will that was found in Aretha Franklin's couch is valid. Oh no, Smith! I thought we retired that when the Queen made transition. All right, you said you were in control of things. Okay, all right. I reject the fax machine, but I understand.
But how's that working out for you?
It's not, because I don't have any control over the buttons, but I'm okay. I will get you one day, Smith. Don't worry about it. One day I'm gonna get in the studio. I'm gonna stop it. All right. Well, anyway. Aretha Franklin made transition, as we know, 5 years ago at the age of 76. And she had money in the couch and all kinds of things all over. So there was a fight. And this story, especially now, it's like family reunion season and funeral season, and this is where families fall out, right? Blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. This is where families fall out over money that you didn't earn. You fighting over grandma and pops and mama and papas and them's dollars that they worked for, and you didn't earn a damn dime, but y'all fighting and just fighting over property. You didn't work to make sure that everybody had a roof over their heads. It is the most insane thing. And I'm sure it's not germane to just Black folk, but this is my experience because I've been Black my whole life. I ain't never been in nobody else's community to know whether this happens in other communities. Does this happen in other communities? I'm sure it does, because people be people in. People are people wherever they be. You and I should get along so awfully. People are. So listen. Why did I go to Depeche Mode? Oh my goodness, I'm revealing some things about my listening habits. But Key Calf, first of all, why you name him Key Calf? But anyway, Key Calf Franklin and Edward Franklin were fighting with their brothers. It's four Franklins. And so they were fighting over their mother's estate, which at the time of her death was worth $80 million. So I'll just say that. They petitioned Key Calf and Edward that they were broke, didn't have any money, they needed money to live. So I was like, what were you doing before? Was mama just giving you money out the bra, out the couch, out her pocketbook that she always kept? And I understand, Aretha Franklin, why you kept your pocketbook. Karen Hunter will be walking around with a pocketbook everywhere. I don't care where I am from now on. That said, they were fighting, went to court. Yesterday, jury said they found this will that superseded the will that they found in the cabinet. The will in the cabinet, all handwritten, by the way. Nothing official, nothing filed, nothing typed. But the jury, because it's a Michigan, a lot of Detroit people like, yeah, get them brothers their money. Settled it yesterday. So the one is scribbled, handwritten, hardly decipherable scribbles found in the couch. The niece found it 2019. She was scouring the home for records and I'm sure coin. The lawyers for Key Calf and Edward said that the facts are that the 2014 papers that were found in a notebook in the couch cushions more superseded the 2010 version. And the only difference is that around royalties, music and copyright, which is huge, by the way. So she left 80 million 5 years ago. How much do you think is left? Anyone? Okay, you over there, raise your hand. How much do you think? No, that's not. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. 70 million. You in the back. What do you think, Smith? How much do you think? 10 million? Nope, you're wrong. $6 million.
Holy shit!
So that's where I want to and they're happy. Okay, so I'm gonna be transparent. So during the pandemic, y'all know I got double knee replacement. So before I went to the hospital, because sometimes people go into the hospital and they don't make it out because of anesthesia, infections, anything could happen. Buster Stories called me up the night before. We had a mighty prayer. I felt very confident after the prayer that I was going to survive the surgery. But you never know when you go in for something. I had a friend of mine in college go in for eye surgery and didn't come out. Pastor Waller, he was at Drew to become a minister, an amazing human being. And I spent many, many days talking with him. And I was so heartbroken when he didn't come home from the eye surgery. So I was like, I might die. I don't want to. I feel like I'm gonna be here 120 years. I feel like I got the spirit of Viola Fletcher coursing through my veins because I'm not having it. I'm here to fight as well. And I feel like that's what's keeping her so like, yes, I am going to stay here until I see justice. I feel the same way, but you don't know because tomorrow's not promised any of us. So we should live accordingly, right? So I made sure that I set up my estate. And I'm going to be transparent again. Part of me didn't want to do it because I said, once I put it down on paper, maybe that's going to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some of us don't want to do our wills because we may feel that in doing a will that you are writing your own death sentence. You're putting it into the universe that you won't be here. Newsflash, it's Wellness Wednesday. I'm here to tell you the truth. Everybody listening to my voice will not be here one day. I promise you, nobody's getting out of this thing alive. So the best thing you can do is to make sure that your wishes, while you are able-bodied and minded and all of that, are codified into writing, not in a couch cushion, not in a cabinet on some notebook paper, not on the back of a matchbook, but actually done properly so that you can leave this earth knowing that everything that you wanted to have happen is going to happen. So I did that. And I had them papers for a while. I'm looking at them. Should I sign them? I was like, well, you going into the hospital. You might as well. Because the thing that I don't want, because here's the other thing, because again, people think blood is thicker than water, but it's the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. People think because they're related to you that they somehow have something owed to them for a life you lived and crafted and did and was very specific about and spent and was fastidious with your money and your investments and all. You did all of that. You crafted that, but they feel like if you're not here, they're entitled to it. I'm saying they're not. No one's entitled to anything. And no one could take anything with them. So there's that, So I'm sure Aretha Franklin, some people will say she's turning over in her grave. She's not. She's wherever she is singing a joyful tune because who cares after you're not here? But if you have worked to amass $80 million, I would think you would want that money to go, especially somebody that helped fund the civil rights movement. She paid the legal expenses for Angela Davis. One of the reasons why Angela Davis was able to beat those charges against her. This woman was doing things in the community that y'all don't even know. I had a conversation with Greg Mathis, a few years ago, and he talked about Aretha Franklin and his relationship with her. But in Detroit, Aretha Franklin was a G in terms of like how she moved. That money, $80 million could have, built an Aretha Franklin Music Center for, I don't know. But she didn't put it into writing in a way that made sense. And now there's only $6 million left. And that is so hurtful from this standpoint, because again, she's not here. I'm sure she could not care wherever her energy is now, because it can't be destroyed, because it can't be created. Wherever Aretha Franklin's energy is, and Smith, don't you play that fax machine again. Wherever it is, she's not worried about it. I'm just saying the energy that she put out to amass that kind of money, all of the trials and tribulations and horrors and terrors and traumas and things that she overcame, and then the sheer talent and the heart of her people, because she was Farrakhan was at her funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like Aretha Franklin was that for her. I want to say something about her sons, but again, that's also a reflection of Aretha Franklin, I think, on some level, right? Because you I don't know, maybe you coddled. I do think we do have responsibility for the children that you produce. They're seeing something. I don't know. They're grown though, grown men. Why y'all didn't? You ain't think you thought she was gonna live forever? You thought that the money was just gonna keep coming? You ain't make provisions and plans for yourself? That y'all got to go to court and fight over your mama's money that she built? Ooh wee. So 2 lessons here. Please take care of your estates. Those of you, I don't care how old you are. If you're 30, get great life insurance, because the younger you are, the cheaper it is. Get great life insurance. If you're young, if you're, retirement age, make sure you're invested well. But if you are also retired, make sure that you put in writing clearly the way you want things to go. Because when you're not here, the last thing you want is for your family to be fighting over stuff that they didn't work for. Just being ugly, not talking to each other because she left me. That was supposed to be my tiara. Those red bottoms were supposed to go to me because I had the same size shoe as mama. And and then y'all fighting at the repast. Can't even get through the repast. And who made the potato salad? Who invited John's wife? She brought the potato salad. It's got raisins in it. Come on now. Y'all invite. 866-801-8255. That could happen, though. That could happen.
Yeah. I run my fingers through her hair as she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one who loves things is the one